They just hate their lives, and desperate people learn to despise the suicidals. Don't want a coup, they don't want to blow up, they just want their 72. Virgins can never stop a war, but 100,000 hookers can beat the Marine Corps. In stopping hatred, fighting will cease. When everyone is getting blowjobs, that's when we'll finally have world peace. The girls gone wild to Afghanistan, they'll gladly blow the shakes. These holy wars aren't holy, it's not the military complex. Terrorists are 16-year-old kids who were promised jihad sex. Maybe if they could see a woman's face, they might not get onto that plane with a bomb in their suitcase. 72 virgins can never stop a war, but 100,000 hookers can beat the Marine Corps. In stopping violence, fighting will cease. When everyone is getting blowjobs, that's when we'll finally have world peace. But I can feel luck. I don't believe in people cause they don't give a fuck. I kinda like hypothesis, I kinda dig a lot. I kinda like defending causes and the dirt dogs. I like theories of evolution and a design. I don't believe in anything except for decline. I don't believe in God, I believe in goddess. I don't believe in prayer, but believe in worship. I don't believe in destiny, but I can feel luck. I don't believe in people cause they don't give up. I don't believe in infinity, I think there's an end. I don't want an afterlife, I want to transcend. I'm gonna do everything that I want to right here. I want to laugh and kill, and I want to stop here. off the floor. And she thought of the unthinkable. Then she crushed up even more. She never thought they'd take her baby. She didn't even know that anybody could. And even though she was the only parent, they still took him from her arms for his own good. He didn't scream, he had look of relief. His eyes never looked back into hers. He went right to the nurse. One blink and he was gone. So she cried alone for weeks on end, and she used up every vein. And she tried the unthinkable, anything to stop the pain. She never thought they'd take her freedom. She didn't even think that anybody cared. They claimed she was a danger to herself, so they put her in a place to get repaired. She didn't scream, she had look of resign. She couldn't find a reason to fight. The darkness won't reach dawn. One blink and she was gone. Took him from her arms for his own good. Magnificent disasters, the shiniest cloaks, most coveted daggers. No limits, no rules, know how to wield dangerous arcane tools. No access to soak in our success pools. In our secret society, we find freedom through slavery, absolute power and hierarchy. In our secret amusement is scary, doing things totally unnecessary. Stocks and bonds are for restraining, not trading. Procedures, protocols, programming sentient sex dolls, prolific ubermensch downfalls. In our secret society, we find freedom through slavery, absolute power and hierarchy. In our secret relinquish for true freedom. Surrender you will attain enlightenment. Learn to resign, give someone else complete control. Give up your sovereignty if you wanna be free. Confliction, restriction, a desperate need for benediction, a decision to make no more decisions. Large cages and small staples, phonophiliac lamps and tables. The willing who wanna be unwilling, enable us to live in our severe society. We find freedom through slavery, absolute power and hierarchy. In our secret society. one. They didn't know irreparable damage was done. They had so much pride and camaraderie, but that was all lost when they spotted me rowing to shore with treasure on board. A cowardly plan made by a self-loathing man.
Okay, just ass kissers. Anal smoke blowers was good.
Consequent, social, infant, insolent, insignificant, and you're a sycophant. Brown noser, confidant poser, shove down the garbage disposer, sycophant. Yes, feeder, accolade breeder, like I need another cheerleader. You're spineless and morally impotent. You're a sycophant. I don't need any more information. I get enough love in my rocky, patient, arrogant is a word that people call me. That's why I don't need any more flattery. Yes, dudes and compliment throwers, ass kissers, anal smoke blowers. I don't need to feel any more eminent from a sycophant.
Seriously, you guys are totally wrong about Mike being wrong, and frankly, Mike's right about him being right. Not only that, but you remember my great idea that Mike had last week? I love it. We think it's great.
Don't inflate my head anymore. I don't need a bigger ego. Shoot me down. I need repression. Honesty mixed with rejection. Take me down a rung or three. I I got what was bound to happen. What was broken now's been broke. I parted with my neurosis, but I kept the lookouts. I got the record player, but I didn't get the house. I got one black flag damaged and one golden shower of hits. I left the Misfits coffin set, but I fucking kept the spits. Now I got group sex and no control. I got suffer and let's go. I left freedom a choice with the guilt show. I knew it was over when I put on Walk Among Us. You grabbed the TV remote control. You put on Survivor, and I put on some headphones and cheated with my first love, rock and roll. I took back my replacements and grabbed my E13, bullet nihilistics, and the band God Save the Queen. This wasn't like the Faith Blood. This was a clean split. If I didn't grab my records, they may all been smashed to bits. Take your Guns N' Roses with the Robert Williams cover, and I'll take the Fugazi picture disc. 19 or 20 years ago, I labeled my slip covers. That was a marriage I wasn't willing to risk. When the others clearly wrote them to be metaphoric. But people will believe anything if it's written, especially in stone or ancient scroll. December 25th has been blacklisted since Dawkins found the proof Jesus never existed. It was the last thing anyone ever expected. Xmas has been X, no colored lights, no shopping sprees, no more presents under dead trees. Saint Nick is dead, but we don't grieve. We celebrate the last Christmas Eve. Jesuits are slowly turning Dianetic. Protestants increasingly become agnostic. Pentecostal churches are hanging pentagrams. Priests and nuns are molested.